think I did it right that time. Look at me getting shit done.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, now I don't have my announcements ready. Anyway, so yeah, we're here. This is session 5 of Together Among the Stars. If you were expecting Duckburg, I'm sorry. Stuff came up, but we have a different D-named person. Amanda, who are you? Where do we find you? All that kind of good stuff.
I am Amanda. I'm from Desired Effect Dice, and you can find me on Instagram and Etsy. And that's it, really. That's most of it.
Perfect. And I make you do stuff sometimes, or ask you very nicely to do stuff like today.
Yep. And every once in a while, Dungeon Daddy just says, "Hey, do this thing." And I'm like, "All right." I wasn't doing anything anyway, so
yeah.
whatever.
Meaning, I sent you, "Hey, what are you doing?" And you panicked a little bit, but we're here. It's fine.
Oh no.
Yeah, and on that note, I'm Rick, also known as Dungeon Daddy Rick. I'm the GM for Hammer the Gods. Here every Saturday. I'm everywhere. I do all the things apparently now. But yeah, so this is my shit today, and we're gonna play this game that we've done before after some quick announcements. So, as always, our sponsor, Canadian Dice. Go to canadiandice.ca and use the code THEVACTER, all one word, and you can get 10% off your order. And hold on. Oh yeah, I think, don't quote me on this, the dice pick of Maggie's for the week is cotton candy. It might have been the same one last week, but it's fine. I've been told you're not supposed to eat them. I'm not telling you don't eat them. It'll be fine, probably. Let's see. Also, the merch store, society6.com/VacTerTTV, where you can get stuff like the Half-Orc Energy and the Vac Blob. I've got some stuff that is supposed to be coming soon. I think I ordered it last week, so it's pretty quick. Should be here in the next couple days, hopefully. And then our last one. So Sunday, tomorrow, Artemis and Affy will be over on DM Jeremy's channel at 7:30 Eastern. 7:30 p.m. Eastern. They're not going to be awake that early, probably. Let's see. Monday, they'll be back for Mistwalkers here on the Vactair. Tuesday, Artemis and Affy over on my channel at HamPod at roughly 8 p.m. Eastern. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and then, the big exciting one. Starting Wednesday, the Vactair is taking over GaryCon. So, not all of us, unfortunately, but a bunch of us are going to be at GaryCon. Come find us. Come hang out. It's going to be a good time. And yeah, that's all I've got for announcements. So, distracted reading chat. Anyway, Amanda, why don't you start us off with our first dice roll of the day?
Okie doke. Got a 2.
A 2. Okay. I think I'm gonna start off these. So Together Among the Stars, because you're not just alone on this spaceship together. They have this optional thing of in between planets. You can roll and kind of determine like what the travel is like and things like that. We get this one a lot. So a 2 is one of you has trouble sleeping. What are you worried about? So why don't you tell us why Ranger Anya can't sleep?
Well, Ranger Anya is mostly worried about the planet that we're looking for, or that we're looking to explore next. Hoping to meet some new friends, because Ranger Breckett is good company, but maybe not enough company.
I see how it is. Perfect. And then if you would do me a favor and roll again, we'll determine how many cards we draw for this planet.
6.
It seems like it's always 4, 5, or 6 for number of cards.
Figures.
Now, All right. So we've got our 6 cards, and I'll go first on our discoveries.
Okay.
Our first one is a 5. So it looks like Ranger Anya is also a night crew member because we spot this while we are resting. Um, that's just kind of how we do around here. So our first card, the Queen of Hearts. And so, let's see. Hearts are ruins. I always start off every time we get a new, um, whatever they're called, the symbols, the things on the cards. I don't know how to do words today. Um, I always like
Words
to
are
read
hard.
the examples that they are. They're very hard. I always like to read the examples that they give for the first one, just to kind of give, especially for new players, some ideas of where to go. So hearts are ruins, and it says mysterious obelisks. Excuse me, the barbecue waters make me burp today. Mysterious obelisks, vine-covered temples, abandoned dwellings for people bigger than you, a wrecked spaceship, etc., are their examples. Um, so I think, let's see. Oh, and then a queen is in deep water. So I think that last time our main planet was mostly underground. I think this one is going to be, in theory, a mostly water covered planet, or at least that's where we land, is a very aquatic area. Um, and so under this deep water, we find ruins. I'm going to say that we find an enormous wrecked spaceship. So
Nice.
think like Star Destroyer from Star Wars, big. And Amanda, I will have you roll a d6 to do the examination, which I'll kind of explain when we know your number.
6 again.
Cool. So there's a couple of different options on examine. 5 and 6 is record how the feature changes in some way. So, as we're looking at this wrecked spaceship, how does it change? And it could be literally anything.
You're asking me?
Yep.
How does it change as we're looking at it?
Mm-hmm.
The wings of the ship change shape, like they change angle while we're looking at it.
Okay. So is it like it's malfunctioning and they're just like kind of glitching out, moving on their own, or does it seem like maybe it's activating?
We're not sure because we're not inside. It does seem like it's purposeful.
Okay. Yeah, and Breckett's just like, Anya,
Breckett?
did you see that?
I mean, it was hard to miss. Do you think that we should check further?
Maybe we should just move on to our next. Let's just continue exploring. It's probably nothing, right?
I disagree. Don't think nothing.
Yeah. So I'll have you roll a d6 for our next discovery.
3.
3. That means that we spot it, or we come upon it suddenly. Sorry. So it could be while we're still here. We'll see. So the Jack of Clubs. Suit. That's the word for the different types of.
There it is.
Yeah.
It would come up eventually.
Yeah. Clubs are plants and other immobile forms of life. It gives examples of towering trees, carnivorous pitchers, giant ferns, glowing weeds, floating flowers, oozing mushrooms, etc. And Jack is in the desert, so just kidding. We don't spot it while we're underwater.
All right then, the exact opposite of underwater.
I mean, it could be like a cold desert, but yeah, we find some land somewhere. So what kind of plant do we find in the desert?
I would say like a succulent, but like a really large succulent, like 6 feet across succulent.
Okay. And when you say succulent, there's a lot of different flavors. I mean, tell me what kind of succulent we're finding.
It's one of those like the rounded tip kind that's got a lot of little petals that come out. Kind of looks like a head of lettuce almost, but with the fat little petals.
It's a cabbage.
Yes, it's a cabbage
Yeah,
succulent. Words hard. Yep.
perfect. I mean, we're in space. We're finding all kinds of weird shit. So, yeah, cabbage
True.
succulent checks out. 100%
Cool.
tracks. I'll roll my examination, which is a 1. Amanda, do you happen to have any kind of paper handy?
I do.
Like immediately handy? Do you want to draw this cabbage succulent?
Oh, all right. Yeah, hold on.
Because Artemis will hate me if I keep asking them to do all the drawings.
Okay, I can't draw for shit, so enjoy.
It's fine. I just keep forgetting to bring paper.
I have my Shadowrun notebook, so I'm just gonna have to steal a page from that.
It's just a Shadowrun succulent.
Yep, that's terrifying.
I mean, it's canon now.
This game could definitely be Shadowrun adjacent. Like,
absolutely. Totally. I mean, there's nothing stopping you.
I can't draw to save my life. Drawing is like the farthest from where my artistic abilities go.
Perfect. I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's really nice.
Yeah. I also forget about that because I used to not. Actually, this might be even an updated rule, but I used to not do the further examination part. I would always just do the same thing that I do for Alone Among the Stars, which is you just do the discoveries because there's only one person. So why roll like multiple times for the same thing?
Right.
While you're doing that, I'll go ahead and roll for our next discovery, which is a 4. And 4 means once again we are surprised. We are coming upon this suddenly. So we've got the 4 of diamonds. And I can tell you what diamonds are without even looking. Diamonds are living beings, because we get that a lot. So it gives the examples of people like or unlike you, fish, dinosaurs, wolves, birds, giant insects, etc. I already know that if Affy's here, that there's going to be some suggestions that Breckett hates. So a 4 is in a steep canyon. Sorry, words are hard again. And so I feel like still in this desert, Breckett is just kind of walking along and narrowly avoids falling into this crevasse. Down at the bottom of it, though, we see. No, Emily, I don't mean aquatic amoeba because we're in the desert.
Yeah.
Emily's just going to be Affy today. Everything's fine.
It's a water adjacent desert because we went from underwater directly to the desert. So.
Yeah, like you do.
Yeah, like most
no problems here.
Yeah,
I see no problems here. Yeah, so this desert crevasse. So, oh yeah, I was gonna say, essentially we see something akin to a drider. Can you hold that up a little bit higher because I could not see that?
No, don't look at it. It's terrible.
I drew love it.
In so that you could have a reference for size. There you go.
That's fantastic. Fantastic.
It's the worst.
One of these days I will remember to, bring paper and I'll do my own drawings.
Sure.
And then they'll be, fantastic. They'll be amazing and bad. Yeah, so like this is something akin to a drider, but I think that's copyrighted or something or trademarked. Um, so it's like a spider centaur type thing, but without the horse. And we see it from a distance, and Breck is just like, "What the fuck is that?"
I don't know what that is, but let's go say hi.
Hmm, I don't know about that. And I'll have you roll your d6 for the further examination. We'll see
Okay.
what we get.
Another 6. I don't know how that keeps happening.
Hold on. 6 means. Oh, yeah, you get to record how the feature changes in some way. So, how does this feature change? How does this Spider Man thing, spider creature?
Also trademarked.
No. There's no hyphen.
No. Okay. While we're watching, this spider man starts to build a web very quickly.
I like Jasmine's suggestion. It also has Spider Pig with it.
Mm-hmm. And it is pet spider pig is also helping to build the web.
Perfect. Yeah, Breckett just has like his little built into his suit camcorder, and he's just like zoomed in and narrating this nature documentary. But like, it's like Blair Witch. He's just heavy breathing into the mic. He's just like, "What the fuck is that?"
We're not gonna make it.
Everything.
So
fine.
as soon as Anya sees them start building the web, they're like, maybe not. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just watch from here, like an actual documentary,
Yeah, like you do.
Like you do.
Yeah, if you want to roll for our next discovery.
A 2.
A 2. All right. That means we got to put in some work this time. A 2 is a discovery that is arduous to get to. And this is the 6 of spades. So spades are natural phenomena. It gives the examples of huge crystal formations, mirages, vividly colored lightning, strange clouds, rocks eroded in strange shapes, veins of precious minerals, etc. And a 6 is on the snowy peak of a mountain. So, this is not the
planet is.
This is not the first time that Breckett has thought a planet was one way, landed, and then found out, hey, you didn't look at the other side.
Right. So. Yeah, we landed thinking it was Waterworld, and we were wrong.
Yeah, it's just one half Waterworld.
Right. Yeah, half Waterworld, half desert, snowy mountain.
Like you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like all places.
So, what? Let's see. Yeah, so it's arduous to get to. So, we're on this snowy mountain peak, and you find this natural phenomena. What kind of natural phenomena do you find, Ranger Anya?
I'd say like a mist, but like a mist that like tastes weird. Like I don't know how to describe it.
We get it, you vape.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, like it doesn't taste like watermelon. It tastes worse. Like
you say more
it's just
worse.
Right? Yeah, it could be. It actually.
Fantastic.
Like,
I love it.
Guy that vapes at the gaming store, but like blows it in everyone's face, and it doesn't smell like the flavor after he blows it out.
Of course. Also, Jasmine, that's a horrifying suggestion. No, thank you. I don't want the stairs in the woods that go to nowhere or to another dimension, because that
sounds awesome.
No, that's how you get kidnapped by the Fae and bad things happen. 100%.
Take me away. Let's do it.
Oh god, I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head now. All right, so I'm gonna roll my examination.
All right.
So a 3 or a 4 means I get to add a detail that I notice about the feature. 100% Emily, it is horror episode part 2. We're now in Stephen King's The Mist, but not.
But like less fun somehow.
Yeah, less fun than. Yep.
Somehow.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that in this strange tasting mist, there are some sort of form, like multiple creatures. It seems like formed out of this mist that just float about horrifically. And Breckett's just like breathing really, really heavy at this point. You can see inside of his suit he's just like drenched in sweat. Like, I don't love this. Don't love this at all.
But Breckett, it's so pleasantly unpleasant here.
You're right. It is very unpleasant here. Just selective hearing.
Yep, it's the worst. Let's leave.
Listen, Artemis, it is supposed to be chill, but we have no chill.
It's zero chill. Zero chill.
All right. So you rolled for that discovery. I'll roll our next one. Okay. Awesome. We got to put in more work. So it's another arduous to get to.
All right.
We got the Jack of Spades. I already forgot. I turned it away and immediately forgot what I looked at.
We're trekking all the way back to the desert.
Yep. And spades, again, are natural phenomena. So, on our way down from this mountain back into the desert, I'm going to say that we see some rocks that... Chat's always so distracting, but I love it. Yeah, we have absolutely no chill. You're 100% correct. Yeah, so we see these rocks that we had not seen before. And they can't really tell if they're eroded or if they're carved or what, but they seem to resemble these shapes that we saw in the mist.
Ooh, that's cool.
And they're very ominous. Like they are all like they're at the base of this snowy mountain whenever it transitions to desert, and they're just like staring. So
are they like
go ahead.
Like an effigy or like an altar?
I would say like an effigy, yeah.
Cool.
I'll have you roll your examination and we'll see where this goes.
5.
A 5. That means something. 5.
That means record the feature changes in some way. Oh,
yep.
Jesus.
Look at you. Yeah, so how do these rocks, these creepy rocks, change in some way?
So we don't see them move, but as we're looking at them, like if we look at a different one, when we look back, it's shifted position.
Yep, that's exactly, like if you didn't suggest that, that's what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm. But like we never see it move. It just seems to have moved.
Yeah.
We're not looking.
100% not weeping angels.
Right, yeah, definitely where I was not going.
All right. So I'll have you roll again for your discovery, as Breckett is just like he can't even form words. He's like just sprinting at this point away.
2.
All right. Another arduous to get to. We're putting in some work today.
This planet is giving us our workout, okay?
Mm-hmm. All right. So this is the 4 of clubs. So clubs, again, are plants and other immobile forms of life. So, I mean, they don't have to be plants, but that's usually what they are. And 4, again, is in a steep canyon. So
I like to imagine we went up the mountain and Breckett saw the shapes and freaked out, and now we're backtracking.
Yeah.
Through the desert.
Back to not Drider Canyon.
Yep.
So, what kind of plant or other immobile form of life does Ranger Anya see in Not Drider Canyon?
I would say some like really big vines that are going up the side of the cliff on the
Okay.
canyon. They're like they have these huge leaves coming off of them, and they're kind of like red tipped, and they've got some like they're like dripping.
Um, Anya,
Like
I hate this planet.
Breckett, you know, I really wanted to like this planet, and I kind of agree with you. It's not great.
This is by far. I've seen some terrible planets. I was on this horrific planet of like post-apocalyptic fuckery, trapped there whenever my ship malfunctioned, and this is significantly worse. And I almost got eaten by a plant on that planet. So
Well, I mean, this one doesn't appear to be trying to eat us. Just maybe don't touch it because it doesn't look great.
friendly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe not
Yeah.
friendly.
So I got a 6 on my examination. Um, that means I get to record how the feature changes in some way. Yeah, and
Oh
I'm gonna
god.
say that these are like the Jumanji vines, and they're like crawling along the ground towards us.
Oh
And
no.
as soon as Breckett sees that there's like a flower with these little needle points, he sprints back to the ship and is like, we're out of here. We're leaving.
I
We're
think
going to a different
that's
planet."
yeah. Maybe the next one will have unicorns or something.
Puppies, lots and lots of puppies.
Puppies. Hmm.
All
Maybe
right,
kittens. I'm not a dog person.
puppies and kittens. Hopefully, they're not nightmare puppies and kittens.
You don't know. It could be.
Yeah, it's true. So in between planets, I'm gonna roll for our whatever the thing.
Down.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's a one. A one once again is one of you has trouble sleeping. It's Breckett. Breckett just does not sleep the whole. Like it's several days to the next planet. He does not sleep, like at all.
I need to imagine Brackett's. Brackett's just like in an insomnia haze, like rocking back and forth in his room.
Oh,
You
100%.
know.
He's just like, everything's fine. I love my job. This is great. All right. So I think you rolled last time for the number of cards, so I'll roll this time, and then I'll let you do the
Okay.
first discovery. So we've got 4 cards for this planet. And if you want to roll for our first discovery,
A 2.
2. Guess what? This planet's gonna make us work too.
Damn it.
All right. So first one on this planet. Great. It's the 7 of diamonds. So living creatures, and 7 is near a volcano. So
Right.
Ranger Anya, what kind of living creature do you find near this volcano? Is it a volcano puppy?
No, it's those big, like, you know, those lava snails?
Yeah.
It's those, they're puppy sized. And they look kind of playful, like they're kind of playing with each other, but they've got kind of like black ooze coming off of them.
Oh. Okay. Well, let me.
Like, no, like normal snail ooze, not like it's just dripping off of them. That'd be super weird.
Both are a little creepy because it's like.
Yeah.
So for my observation, I got a 3, which I believe. Oh yeah, I get to add a detail I noticed about the feature.
Nice.
Are you familiar with the flail snail from D&D?
Nope.
Perfect. Well, you are now. Yeah. So these like magma snails, they, they've got their eye stalks, but they've also got these like essentially like mace-like appendages on them. That
looking at it right now. That's awesome.
Yeah. So like you can see that you can't really tell, we don't know enough about their behavior to know if they're playing or if they're fighting or if it's just like a mating competition, but they're just like beating each other with these flails against their shells. So the
Nice.
snails are flailing.
That's amazing. Love it. I love
You're
them.
welcome. You're welcome. Breckett is like, I think we should probably, because Rory would never, stop talking about how much I failed at our mission if we did not take one. So if you want to just grab one real quick.
Yeah, I do.
It's not kidnapping, it's adopting.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want a flail snail on the ship? Do we have an area on the ship warm enough to keep these lava snails?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at chat. Artemis being like, wow. Because Artemis is Ranger Rory.
Amazing.
Yeah. Blaming it on you. Yeah, I think we could keep them closer to the engine.
Oh yeah, good call.
I do feel like everybody would want to pet a flail snail. It'll just bludgeon you to death. It's fine.
You know how sometimes in space you get kind of cold because it's cold in space.
I was gonna say these are very warm.
Right, the flail snails are warm, so they can cuddle up near your bed and keep you warm. So they're basically a cuddly pet. That's how it works.
Yeah, and they're gonna cuddle with our 2 dinosaurs and all the other things that we've adopted by force.
Do you have a menagerie on this spaceship?
No, not at all.
Lies.
And it's 100% not Affy or Artemis's fault at all. 100% not. Yeah, so I am, even though it's not one of the roles or anything, I'm going to say these are very, very warm, enough that Breckett goes back to the Griffin, which is our ship, and gets like these reinforced tongs. And of course, he has to click them twice before you can do anything. And he just like
that's how you know they're working.
Snails. Yeah, you gotta test them out. It's like power tools. You gotta pull the trigger twice. Make sure it works.
That's right. That's how it works. That's science. Everyone knows that.
Ooh, okay, Emily. I had an idea for the name of this episode, but now you gave me an even better name. This episode is now titled Breckett's Arc.
Nice.
Yeah, because that's what it is.
Should we take 2 for breeding purposes?
Yes, obviously.
Okay. Obviously. We'll have to take 2. I'm going to try and find one that doesn't look the same. You know how like males and females of some species, like they look pretty different.
Right.
So I'm gonna find one that looks kind of different. Hope it's the opposite gender.
And we end up with gay snails. It's fine. We're here for
That's
it.
fine. What it is.
We fully support and love our gay snails.
Yeah, we support the LGBTQ snails.
Yes, that's the thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was your discovery, right?
I think so.
Cool. I don't know. That one we got way off the rails as per usual. So,
I mean, if you find puppy-sized snails, what are you supposed to do besides steal them?
Love them forever.
Right. It's the way.
I'm here for it. So I got a 4, so we come upon this next discovery suddenly.
Right.
It is the 2 of clubs. Ooh. So clubs are plants and other immobile forms of life. You don't have to draw all the things, Artemis. Also, you're the one who wanted to adopt all the things before.
I think you need to draw it as an arc with the pets just like leaning over the side.
Oh, there's so many pets, and there's only going to be more. We're only 5 episodes in, so
amazing.
Yeah. So a 2 is under the light of the moon, and clubs are plants and other immobile forms of life. So I'm gonna say, let's see, we were by a volcano, so I'm gonna say we're still near the volcano. we didn't go very far because we come upon this suddenly under the light of the moon, and we find this like old, gnarled tree. It has no leaves or anything, um, but as we're just kind of walking along, it starts to wave and starts seemingly speaking to us. But
Ooh.
you can't know all of the space languages just immediately, so we don't really know what it's saying.
There's no babblefish in this game.
I mean,
Okay.
maybe.
All right.
It was mentioned once before, so maybe.
Okay.
Hold on. I have to comment on the fact. So I'm at the library, right? Someone just
Yeah.
walked by the giant window that's in front of me, dressed like Napoleon. Like
Like Napoleon
full
Bonaparte or like Napoleon Dynamite?
Bonaparte.
Just checking because there's a big difference there.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my tangent
Awesome.
for this morning because what the hell?
That's amazing.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Life. Is there like a cosplay competition at the library you didn't know about?
Maybe. So I'll have you roll your examination real quick. We'll see what we find out about this tree.
4.
4. I believe that's you add something that you notice, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so we are looking at this gnarled tree who is speaking, but we can't understand it. And we happen to see, like, kind of on the side of the tree, the profile of a face. Like the tree is alive.
Yeah.
Alive.
Perfect. I didn't say it, but that's kind of what I imagined, so I'm glad you added that, for
Nice.
me sucking at remembering to say the words purposes.
Words are hard. We've been over that. Words are hard.
I think Breckett's just like, hey, Anya, will you just hang out here for a second with the tree?
Yeah. Yeah,
and
totally.
He runs back to the ship. Like, you've seen him sprint in a panic. This doesn't seem like a panic sprint. This is just like hustle. And he comes back and is like, okay, so I didn't really want to believe it because it seems fake. It seems too weird to be true, right? But Rory told me that if you put this fish in your ear, that you can understand things. So here you go. Have a fish.
I will totally put the fish in my ear.
Yeah. So we're stealing the Bible fish. You now understand what this tree's saying. What's it saying to Ranger
Nice.
Anya?
So it's not really talking to us directly. It's more describing its life, like telling stories of its life, and its children and grandchildren trees, and how they've taken their like seeds and wandered off far and wide.
It's just reciting Space Hamlet.
Yeah. It's just like, so this is my life story in case anybody comes across it.
Amazing. Yeah, Breckett just sits down with like a little tablet and is just writing down all the things it says. And we're there for a very long time. Like, the sun starts coming up.
We have to listen from start to finish, so we have to wait till it restarts and then listen all the way through.
Exactly. Like, we're probably there for a couple of days. Like, we brought food. We're good. We're not going without, but definitely working in shifts trying to get the full story. Because,
Right.
much like the Ents in Tolkien, it speaks very slowly. Everything it says takes a very long time to say.
I mean, if I had like the life of a tree, I don't think I'd be in a rush either. So
yeah,
that makes sense.
I feel like I've heard that before from some guy named Treebeard.
Yep. See.
Yeah. So I think it's your role for discovery now.
Discovery. 2.
A 2.
arduous.
We're working again. This is the 4 of diamonds. Or spades. Jesus. Words. Colors,
Those
shapes,
are very
numbers,
different.
hards. They're all very hard, okay? Yeah, so natural phenomena. And this is another steep canyon. So, what kind of natural phenomena do we find in not Drider Canyon? Like, not Drider Canyon.
I'll say it's crystals this time. They're kind of like earthy colored though, so they're
Okay.
not really like glowing. They're very dull, but you can tell that they're kind of crystalline.
Yeah.
And they're low, like they're small. They're not huge, but there's like huge clusters of these small crystals.
I dig it. I dig it. I roll my examination. It's a 3. I believe that's just adding details, right? Right. I should remember this by now, yes. Yeah, I'm going to say that while they are earthy colored and initially they don't seem to, do a whole lot, it seems like they have some sort of communication. Like they start having these very subtle changes in color. Not so much like a glow, just they kind of shift between shades of like cream and brown and tan,
Nice.
in a pattern that I guess you can't hear it. So I don't know if the babblefish could translate, but maybe Anya would have like some insight into.
So maybe like a call and response type thing. Like one cluster changes colors, and the other cluster seems to respond to that change in different colors.
Yeah.
She'll just I'll write it down and then kind of try to note the pattern.
It just translates to like how you doing. But in
what up, other cluster?
That sounds like a really bad, like trying to be cool. Like, what up, other cluster?
What up, fellow clusters?
Yeah, so I'll. Oh, wait, no, I just did. I rolled my examination. But my discovery got a 3, so we come upon it suddenly. This is our last card for this planet. It's the 6 of Hearts. Haven't had a heart in a while. Hearts are ruins. And
nice.
6 is on the snowy peak of a mountain. We've had like all the same numbers no matter what we're doing today. Oh, there's Napoleon again. Hanging out with 2 normally dressed dudes.
As you do.
Yeah.
Listen, you can't all be in costume because then it's weird. Then it's a thing. If only one of you is, then it's fine.
I think that's just called a convention.
Right, yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So let's see. Ruins on the snowy peak of a mountain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is still Flail Snail Planet, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that we find on the peak of this mountain what looks like maybe a temple of some sort. Inside of it, we see these large pictograms depicting the flail snails. And it's hard to tell if the snails get much bigger or if these people were just very small. But in comparison, the humanoid creatures, or what we assume are humanoids, are significantly smaller than the snails depicted.
Did we adopt some baby flail snails?
Only one way to find out. I mean, we have a baby.
Raise them as if they're our own. Yes.
We have a baby long neck dinosaur that's going to get way bigger, so it's fine.
Okay, so not super concerned then. All right.
Yeah, we just need a bigger ship.
It's fine. Totally reasonable.
If you would like to roll our examination.
4.
Yeah. What detail do you notice?
Um, so in the when you go further into the pictographs, you can tell that the trees are there and they're telling their stories to the snails.
Oh, that's amazing. Did we ever communicate with the tree, or did it just like
We did
ignore
not. We
us?
just listened. Yeah, it just told its stories on repeat and we just listened to it.
Perfect. Yeah. So I think that's a good place to end for this planet since we're out of cards. I do want to just, for shits and giggles, on our way back to our base of Hermes Station, we'll do one more roll for our travel time. Perfect. Neither of us sleep ever. Um, so we've both taken turns
About
not
about
sleeping. Yeah. Which one of us doesn't sleep this time?
I'll not sleep.
Okay.
Uh, is not sleeping because they're afraid that the parent snails are going to come back and be worried about their missing kids.
Valid. Very valid.
Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just have to
Not
come back
enough.
here.
Not worried enough to give. Not worried enough to give them back because they're really cute.
Yeah.
But concerned as you might be concerned about how other people, other parents might miss their children.
About their kidnapped children.
Yeah, I mean it's no big deal. It's not my problem. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But those poor parent snails. If they have
Yeah,
feelings, we don't know. We don't know anything about them yet.
yeah. They may not care at all. So we'll have to find out as they grow.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we're almost at an hour anyway. Not that we have a time limit, but that's kind of our goal time. Um,
Mm.
anyway, anything you want to plug, Amanda, before we leave?
No, you can catch me here and at the Hampod channel, and you can use code Hampod15 for 15% off in my Etsy store and at Desired Effect Dice.
That's very true.
And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. And I mean, on a similar note, you can find us here Tuesday. Like we said in the announcements, it'll be the last episode, or at least the last episode for a little bit, with Artemis and Affy. So come check it out. Tuesday, roughly 8 o'clock Eastern. Um, Obviously, like I said before, check out Artemis and Affy tomorrow over on DM Jeremy's channel. Monday, back here for Mistwalkers, all that kind of good stuff. And come see us at GaryCon. So, anyway,
Here we come.
thanks everybody. We'll see you all later.